both excellent the other night. Niklas Füllkrug and Emre Can, who scored, are available as substitutes. Hungary with a strong core from the Bundesliga with Peter Gulacsi and Veli Orban of Leipzig in the lineup, Andras Schäfer from Union, Roland Schalai of Freiburg, and of course we have to mention Liverpool's Dominik Szoboszlai. He's the star man, long-range shooter, deliveries expert. Bendeguz Bola and Marton Dardai are the players who have come in. And we say hello, Derek Ray at the microphone here on FS1, joined by former England goalkeeper Rob Green. This is the scene, magnificent setting here in Stuttgart. It's the 35th Germany national team international match staged in the city on the Neckar. Second game for both countries in Group A. Has dulled over just a bit. Sunshine enveloping the southwest earlier. A little bit on the humid side. And Germany versus Hungary evokes memories of 1954 and Das Wunder von Bern, the miracle of Bern World Cup final that saw West Germany, as they were, overturn a 2-0 deficit against the magnificent Magyars. They made a wonderful movie about that. And a mistake early on. It was Kimmich trying to feed it back towards Manuel Neuer. Well, a hair-raising start here for Germany, but they got away with it. Germany in their pink kits, the best-selling German reserve kit of all time. Rob Green, good evening to you. Germany hoping to click into gear as they did against Scotland, but an inauspicious beginning.
Yeah, after Derek, and hello everyone. It was a lively start from Hungary. It was from the kickoff, and Germany didn't quite get it right, feeding it forward into Varga, the centre forward themselves. Hungary, and from there, almost a chance operating. Opportunity came about for them. Now look to press better than they did against Switzerland in their first game. Now playing a 5-4-1. Szoboszlai started out on the right-hand side. He's the stardust in the side. For Germany, Kroos on the ball will dictate. He's getting those players. Gundogan, Musiala coming inside off the right, finding those pockets of space, finding the timing, getting the link-up play like they did against Scotland. And look to control the game as they are now.
Tony Kroos, who is the choreographer-in-chief. This is Swan Song. We're all going to be saying goodbye to him after the tournament. But what a career. The most decorated German player of all time when you look at the honours he's gathered. Ilkay Gundogan, who was fantastic against Scotland. He wasn't the only one, but sometimes just falls under the radar. And Germany looking for the victory that would take them very close to a guarantee of a place in the next phase. Have to wait for Switzerland and Scotland later to make it all official. And it has been problematic for Germany progressing from the group stage in recent major tournaments. Antonio Rüdiger, that was a nice ball. Kai Havertz trying to line up the shot, but Hungary closing ranks. They had Adam Nagy as one of the players back there.
It's a fantastic ball in from Tony Rüdiger. It's a fantastic save early doors, and there's the ball into Varga. It's just hopeful, really, from there. Kimmich slow to play the ball back. Neuer quick to react. The problem he had was he wasn't sure who actually touched the ball first. And from there, he's decided, I've got to go with my feet. Just about making it. A little warning for Germany.
Here's Roland Schalai. Very good in 1-versus-1 situations. And well known to all the Germany fans here since he plays for Freiburg in the Bundesliga, as does this man, Andras Schäfer for Union in the top flight of German football. The Berlin club. Now, the magical Jamal Musiala. Excitement in the air as he got on the ball, but the pass didn't quite work out for Germany.
It's interesting for Hungary. Szoboszlai starting out on that right-hand side, and he'll drift it, he'll change his mind and come over to the other side. But Kerkez on this left-hand side with Schalai. They're two of the outlets that they can get get the ball wide, get the ball into Varga. That's where they got their success against Switzerland in the second half.
They do look for Shalai, natural runner with the ball at his feet whenever they can. Szoboszlai, the main creative force. Kai Havertz holding it up, just waiting for support to arrive. Might want to take on the shot though. Just lacked a bit of purchase.
The end product wasn't there, but it's easy, too easy. Got Kai Havertz. The left-sided centre-back isn't mobile, and he knows it. He wants to come out onto this side, up against him, and he knows that he can get that space. He didn't even really have to do much to get off him, just step away from him, get his shot away.
In our pre-match conversation with Jules and the team, I described Hungary as a bit of an Angstgegner for Germany. Bogey team, if you like, certainly in recent meetings. Unbeaten in 3 against Germany. Gave them a real scare in the group stage at the last Euro. That game in Munich. It finished 2-2, but Germany had to do a lot of heavy lifting to get that result and ultimately progress. Actually beat them in Leipzig the following year in the Nations League. So Hungary might have got off to a wretched start this time around. But no slouches when it comes to defending. And the outcome here is a corner. Robert Andrich of Bayer Leverkusen. Domestic double winners. It was very nearly a treble for them. Just fell short in the Europa League final against Atalanta.
Just looking now, Szoboszlai's coming out to take it. Szoboszlai, again, the one with the quality. The two players out there dragging the Germany players out for a short corner. The centre-backs and Varga, the centre-forward, overloading at the far post. This could come in with quality, it'll be a problem.
Let's see what Szoboszlai can produce, looking for that little flick on. Had Fiola there. And again, Szoboszlai. And Varga was waiting, and the shot took a deflection as it was fired in by Bola, one of the players to have been added to the equation.
Was coming through to Varga on the header. It was a free header at the near post. I think that was the better chance, really.
This is the strength of Hungary. Julian Nagelsmann, the Bundestrainer, spoke about it yesterday at his pre-match press conference. Best team in qualifying when it came to cashing in at set plays. And Szoboszlai, this time away with some ease by Jonathan Tah. Peter Gulacsi between the posts for Hungary. Gulacsi of Leipzig, he was out for a year after undergoing knee surgery. Picked up that injury in the autumn of 2022. Lost his place at Leipzig to Janis Blaswig, but managed to get it back in the latter part of the season. And Manuel Neuer in goal as ever for Germany. 17 appearances at the Euros now. Level on the all-time list, at the top of the all-time list with the great Gigi Buffon when it comes to goalkeepers and their appearances. Musiala got the break of the ball, has that distinctive running style. And also Kimmich is doing his best to fend off Shalai. Danny McGilly from the Netherlands is the referee, just opting for the laissez-faire approach. Musiala again unable to do any damage. It's nodded back by Varga. And he's the player in form, you might say. Scored in the last game, 3 in his last 2.
He's the outlet for them. He's got a big job today. You feel that Germany are going to have long periods of possession like this in and around this area, and you can see the midfield so tightly condensed. Just that line, the other side, in between the referee, the two lines in there.
Jamal Musiala and Toni Kroos likely to be key figures for Germany. Kroos pushing it out to Joshua Kimmich. Been playing in that right back position for club and country since March. He'd rather be playing as a defensive midfield player.
There's a lot less running.
Yeah, it's true. Antonio Rüdiger used to play his club football in this city for VfB Stuttgart. Took his early steps here. And Kroos, inviting ball, but Gundogan maybe not the ideal man to have jumping for it.
You know, it gives the thumbs up, Gundogan, but Hungary will be happy with that. Sit tight, sit with a back five, and then the midfield in front, nice and tight and narrow. What they struggled against Switzerland was when they overcommitted out wide. They went out wide in numbers. They didn't get back their shake back. Looks like they've learnt a little more compact, a bit more conservative in that midfield.
Well, nicely in the end for Shalai. Kerkez, Milos Kerkez of Bournemouth is the left wing back of this constellation for Hungary. I have tweaked with their lineup. Defensively, it's the way they ended the game against Switzerland. It was an awful beginning, I have to say that. They did recover the spells in the second half, but were also always chasing their tail, Rob.
Yeah, you think about performances, whether you can get dropped at half-time, it certainly feels like some of their players did. And Fiola, I think, at the right side is centre-back, who was right wing-back. It gives a bit more mobility in the defence, gives them a bit more cover when they come round.
That was a clever header there by Varga as they try to build here. Hungary, Andrich barring the way to goal. Robert Andrich, who, if you like, is the bodyguard of Toni Kroos in the setup. Late developer, was playing third division football well into his 20s. Andrich wasn't even getting a regular game for Leverkusen in the first part of this past campaign. Rüdiger all the way up towards Kai Havertz, and Havertz! There was hesitancy from Vinny Orban, of all people, and well, they rather got away with that, Hungary.
Yeah, brilliant save in the end from Gulacic. Did the same again. What he did against Switzerland, and stood up, stood and waited, stood strong. It's a really strong hand in his set, and you have to have your body weight going forward in that. It's too easy again. Orban getting the wrong side. Dardi isn't mobile enough in that left centre-back position. Rüdiger knows it. He hit that ball early. Havertz knows it. It's a win for Germany in there.
And Toni Kroos tasked with taking the corner, and oh, it was directed towards the target by Andrich. And there to attend to his defensive chores, Bola.
There's another brilliant save, but his instinct is just to get something on it. It's a training ground move, and it's almost perfectly executed. He can't quite believe it.
There's something Germany have been working on at their training base over in Herzogenaurach. And Kroos, this time from the right. Trying to curl it away. Havertz was reaching for it. It was Shalai high into the air. Well, there was an early wobble from Germany. Came in late and missed it first few seconds of the match, but fully focused on the task at hand. I was talking to a few German media friends and colleagues earlier. They were saying they always worry about the middle match in a group stage. You've got to go back a good few years now, but the middle game was often the one that produced a defeat or a draw when nobody really expected it. But Germany off to a flyer against Scotland, and 0-0 so far here in Stuttgart. And can they find a way through? Florian Wirtz has a lot of freedom out of necessity. And don't forget, the USA beginning the Copa America campaign against Bolivia. That will be coming up this Sunday. All the action from Arlington, Texas. Copa America on Fox, and coverage from 5 p.m. Eastern. USA against Bolivia. Well, the sun is back with us, and it's a very lively scene. You can see the Hungary fans behind the goal there in the Untertürkheimer Kurve, as it's known. That's not the traditional Stuttgart end. Stuttgart, who finished second in the Bundesliga. That would be the other end. The Cannstatter Kurve. That's the Germany end on this occasion. And Maximilian Mittelstädt of Stuttgart. You can hardly believe it. Certainly wouldn't have believed you a few months ago if you tried to tell him he'd be playing here in Stuttgart for Germany at the Euros. Joined last summer from Hertha. Bit of a journeyman, but really has come to the fore in the last few months and in the Germany team on merit. Bola, Shalai, and Kimmich with the important block for Germany.
There's a moment there. The whole game stopped and waited just for someone to pick it up on the edge of the box, and from there, I'm thinking Kimmich would go with his man. Didn't. Made the block in the end, but again, at the back, a little bit lapse from Germany. He's thinking that they're so sharp at one end, so lapse at the other, and they got away with that because it wasn't something that really, more luck than judgment that they did.
Rudiger. It's a bit too much on it for the liking of Havertz. Well, Hungary traditionally know how to dig deep defensively. Julian Nagelsmann said he feels they're around the same standard as Scotland, their first opponents. And Scotland didn't cover themselves in glory on opening night. And that was deftly done by Shalai, and away goes Kerkez for Hungary. A quarter of an hour on the clock. Second game in the group for these two. And again with Kerkez. Fast, direct player. Regular on the top flight in England with Bournemouth.
It's a player who we're looking for as an outlet. Stay high and stay wide. Give him an option, give him the legs to get beyond. Try and get up in support. Havertz
eventually managing to get hold of the ball. Musiala on the move. Deflection there of Viola.
Very disappointed from Hungary there. No real pressure on them. They weren't really going anywhere. Looking at a team who can be direct, and that's when they cause team problems. When they go direct, go with pace. When they drift, they tend to drift along and get punished.
Jonathan Tah, one of the aerial targets. Andrich as well, his Leverkusen teammate. Somersley out there defensively. Kroos with this effort. Was off Bola initially. Now Shalai, this is his game. Has pace, has daring. Can't always do it on his own. Eventually elects to wedge it back to Viola.
They've really got to sacrifice themselves. Bola and Kerkez today, getting on the ball in the wise positions. That's where the space is for them. That's where they've got to, and I say sacrifice themselves, physically they've got to get up there, they've got to get back. They've got really important roles for Hungary today because they're going to have to get back in support in numbers.
Viola missing out the midfield area. Now, Germany have faced 3 attempts already in the opening 17 minutes of this match. And against Scotland last Friday was only 1 in the entire game. And if anyone thinks I'm having a dig at Scotland, I am Scottish, in case you don't know, so just stating a fact.
I feel that Germany before that game against Scotland, one of the criticism they had was been quite stodgy against teams that would sit in and struggle to break teams down. I just felt that Scotland game released the shackles, let them go a bit. Here you're looking at Hungary so narrow and compact in that midfield.
Musiala taking up that deeper position. Havertz trying to feed Gundogan.
It's better realisation from Musiala. I've got to go outside that tightness of the midfield 4. That's where the space is. The timing of the run from Gundogan's perfect. The pass from Havertz isn't. Those are the moments of real quality that you need. Just sadly lacking there for Kai Havertz.
Julian Nagelsmann, the youngest of the coaches here. Ilkay Gundogan, much talked about ahead of this competition. I know many Germany fans feel he doesn't quite fit with the way Germany are playing at the moment. But he answered the doubters in the first game. I know you were particularly taken with his performance, Rob.
Yeah, and he feels like he's a bit of a lightning rod for a conversation that maybe doesn't need to happen. We have it in numerous countries here in Europe, the bigger countries. But the clamour for change is always what there. The shouts of protest are louder, and I just think his quality that enables the other players to shine really does get overlooked. His ability to know where to go, when to drift is second to none.
Tah. Kimmich for Rüdiger. And Jonathan Tah made his debut back in 2016 against England as a substitute. His central defensive partner was, you've guessed it, Antonio Rüdiger. Here they are now as firm fixtures in this lineup for Julian Nagelsmann. Musiala dishing it off towards Andrich, who wants it. Gundogan slipping it through, trying to prise open the massed ranks of the Hungarian defence.
Yeah, it's better. It's out wide is the key. Florian Wirtz, you can just see on the ball now. He's drifting outside that midfield block. Oh, that's the right idea. Get in them angles, get those overloads out wide. So condensed in the midfield.
Marco Rossi, he's a Hungarian citizen now, Italian-born and brought up, and he's living the dream as coach of Hungary. Sandro Wagner there with Julian Nagelsmann. Sandro Wagner is right-hand man. "35th time Germany have played an international here in Stuttgart. First was way back in 1911. And this is the tradition in the country to move the Germany games around. Very much in keeping with the federal nature of the Bundesrepublik, as it's officially called. Havertz saw one for him. Danny Makeli tells him to get up. Wirtz, quick fire stuff. Musiala, Gundogan. Running into a brick wall, but he has it again here. Ilkay Gundogan, and it's got to be a goal, surely. Yes, there it is. Musiala for Germany. The start they wanted on the back of a win against Scotland, and in the lead here versus Hungary.
Well, they're off and running again, and it's that man again, Musiala. He's got to thank his teammate Ilkay Gundogan. Sharp in there, doesn't quite work off, but he's alive to the situation, alive to the rebound. All it is keeping the ball alive. Can I get it to you? Can I find someone in a little bit of space in there? Fortunate in the rebound, fortunate in how it's come about, but keeping the ball alive, reaping the rewards. That's what Musiala's done. That's what Germany have done.
Orban went toppling over. It was Gundogan. Referee saw no transgression. It was shaky play by Hungary all around. Musiala, the shot there that took a deflection off Viola, but of course everything having to be formally checked. And let's bring in our expert when it comes to the laws of the game, Dr. Joe Macknick.
Well, the check has already been over, but they were looking at a potential disallowing the goal for the purpose of a foul when the Hungarian player was bowled over in the back, and then the German player regained possession.
Thank you, Dr. Joe. And meanwhile, Hungary have been awarded the free kick. Kerkez was in full flight. Good goal for Germany. Musiala.
From the kickoff again, Tony Rudiger. We've seen him do that before, making sure that Kerkez was going nowhere. I'm not sure that there's anything wrong with Tony Rudiger. My old teammate at Chelsea, he's a past master of this. A dangerous position for Hungary. They conceded the goal. Well, he had the kickoff and immediately had an opportunity and had opportunities from set pieces. This is conceding the goal. Willy Orban's more occupied with Gundogan. Just bumps off him. And from there, Musiala absolutely blazed one against Scotland. This was anything but. A couple of deflections, but they all count.
And Musiala is now the top scorer at this competition. He's netted in back-to-back games. Born here in Stuttgart, didn't really grow up here in Stuttgart, it must be said. I know they claim him up in Fulda, in Hessen. He spent his early years before moving to England and then ultimately back here. Varga, by the way, got booked straight away in the immediate aftermath of that goal. But now a free kick. And you always have to take Dominik Szoboszlai seriously, this sort of position. And there's evidence of that, Neuer. They couldn't quite force it over the line. Germany tried to feed it forward through Rudiger. Well, Neuer slightly off balance, put to work by the excellent Szoboszlai.
Brilliant from Neuer. What a save from Neuer. Knows the quality, knows the ability of Szoboszlai.
And while Gundogan went down, the whistle of Danny Makeli. Rudiger being spoken to. And that is a yellow card, and Rudiger asking plenty of questions, Rob.
Well, that's for the block from the free kick, I think, because he left the field. Really didn't get the opportunity to book him, but it was a wonderful save from Manuel Neuer. What he had working in his favour was that Szoboszlai was that little bit further out, and it's as well as he could have hit it. And the strength in there, he knows he's going in the goal. That's the key thing. So he's got to get it out and away from the goal, forwards rather than just sideways.
Rudiger through the middle. Here's Gundogan. He's trying to fire a shot through, but standing guard was Willy Orban. Now, Manuel Neuer was heavily discussed before this tournament. Is he still the man for Germany? Made a mistake against Greece in one of the build-up matches. Julian Nagelsmann has faith in Neuer.
Well, I think he's just made his point, Manuel Neuer, and so is his manager. Footwork in that was fantastic. The save is fantastic, and his teammates realised it with that celebration as well.
Nudge has it again here, but the decision has gone against the Hungarians. Adam Nudge, who plays for Spezia in Serie B in Italy. Most capped player in terms of appearances at the Euros for Hungary, his 8th such appearance. I mentioned Jamal Musiala on 2 goals. Technically speaking, somebody else has scored 2 goals here at the Euros. That would be Klaus Jazula of Albania, but the problem is one was at the wrong end. Now Musiala was in that thrilling game earlier between Croatia and Albania up in Hamburg. Shalai. Oh, nice pass it was. Took out a couple of players, and Andrich trying to get back. Kerkez and Szoboszlai in position. Has to be content with the corner. Jonathan Tah was in there for Germany.
Well, it's another big chance and another big block. Tar getting across, putting his body on the line, timing it to perfection, but it's a brilliant move from Hungary. This is what they do. Get the wing-backs high, get them sacrificing themselves. You've got to put it in down the line, get the ball into your main men. Almost paying.
Soboslai with the latest one, and Bola low and hard. And straight back out, nudge. Big pursue by Musiala. Didn't quite happen for him. Drifted over the far touchline.
You get the feeling half an hour in and the feel of the game, and there's more than enough from Hungary to suggest that it is going to be more than the Scotland game. There are going to be more of a test, more of a threat going forwards.
Musiala, by the way, second youngest player in Euros history to score in each of the first two starts in the competition. Only Hungary's Ferenc Bene, 19 years, 186 days young, beating him. That was the 1964 competition. Musiala, 21 and 114 days, if you're keeping count, as of right now. Really is a wonderful part of Germany, this, the southwest. Schwabenland, as many people refer to it, has its own culinary traditions. Spätzle, which is the German form of pasta. Maultaschen, lovely steamed dumplings. Rob's been getting stuck in.
Yep, I had the carnival's heaven of a meal. Far too much for me.
That was the Schweinshaxe that you enjoyed last night. Good choice. Here's Rüdiger for Germany. One to the good. And Tar. A lot of talk about him possibly leaving Leverkusen for Bayern. Nothing has been agreed. Possession-wise, 62 for Germany. And well, they had Joshua Kimmich deep inside Hungarian territory. Florian Wirtz. Rüdiger of Real Madrid nowadays. Joshua Kimmich. Tar wanted it played to him, got his wish. Kimmich trying to get in behind.
Just that indecision from Dadi. Again, Germany pushing higher and higher, and Hungary now allowing Kroos, Tar and Rüdiger the time and the space that they want. Pushing up higher and higher. You can see Tar at number 4. He's the furthest player back for Germany right now, apart from Neuer in goal. That's where all the pressure is. Hungary is saying, well, OK, we're going to block off these spaces. We're going to block off the lines in rather than pressure.
See where Musiala has ended up trying to work the 1-2 with Andrich. And Gundogan runs out of green space. Through it goes for the goal kick. Jamal Musiala with the goal of record. And we arrived at the main station here in Stuttgart the other day. We were greeted by a sign that said, "Welcome to Stuttgart, home city of Jamal Musiala." As I mentioned, a few other places, not just here in Germany, have been responsible for his development. Here's Kimmich. In terms of the table in this group, a live table. Germany on course. They hope to get a victory, and they hope the result goes their way in the later match in Köln between Scotland and Switzerland. Draw or a Swiss win would do it, coupled with a Germany triumph here. And that would allow Julian Nagelsmann perhaps to rest one or two in the third game against Switzerland. Look at that from Wirtz. And the pass wasn't quite good enough. It's terrific technique and great vision. Tar went in, Andrich sliding in. Free kick goes the way of Hungary, Rob.
It's a wonderful feat, wasn't it? Florian Wirtz realising he had just had half a yard of space, half a yard of movement. And looking at the table, Germany, the opportunity they have to rest the players when you're in a tournament like this. Nagelsmann, the type of guy that he is, the type of manager he is, he'll be planning the games up until the final, planning that moment to say, okay, how can we be fresh for not just the next game, but the games after that? It's a long tournament, a lot of games. Key men, Gundogan, Kroos, are dropping up in age. They're going to have to be managed throughout the tournament.
Actually, just had an update. Germany just need a win in order to secure their place in the knockout stages. That's because of the constellation in the other groups now. There's only 4 groups, can have 3 teams getting to 6 points. So a win, they don't need to be bothered about Scotland against Switzerland. And a reminder, it's a triple header tomorrow on our Fox networks. Second games of group play: Slovenia against Serbia in Munich, Denmark versus England, FS1, and Spain against Italy. That game in Gelsenkirchen on Fox. Coverage from 8 AM Eastern, 5 AM Pacific. Set your alarms. Over it comes here, and Kimmich jumping up for it. They'll have to be content with the corner, Germany.
Hungary have a problem here. Musiala's realised on the left-hand side that space, because that midfield is so narrow, that space is just that little bit wider, but there's acres of it, and from there he can go and play. Getting the ball back here for Hungary is going to be a problem for the next 10-15 minutes till half-time.
Both up there. Andrich as well. Danny Makeli just has a little bit of toing and froing to iron out. Toni Kroos is ready. And didn't quite fall on the head of Tar. Was played in by Maximilian Mittelstädt. Blocked straight away, and Neuer doing the distributing. That was beautiful work, and Wirtz now has it. Kroos trying to do the setting up. Havertz, Andrich, Kimmich. With his weaker foot. Mittelstädt venturing forwards, and that could have gone anywhere. Came off Bola, and behind for another Germany corner, the 5th.
Yeah, turning the screw now. They've worked it out. They've worked out where the space is. They've worked out where the movement, that link up. Not so much in the middle of the pitch. They've got that tight-knit 4 in there. Outside of that, keep probing there.
Gundogan is right up there, as you'll have seen, on the goal line. Toni Kroos. Kimmich made the move towards the ball. Schäfer was in the end following him, off Bola. Tar. Here's Musiala.
I've gone that way. I'm away. Just ran out of road. The body's in there. That's the position he loves. Coming in off that left-hand side, onto his right foot. That inside left channel. Very, very hard to stop him in the penalty area when you can't commit.
Great to have the pleasure of your company wherever you happen to be across the Atlantic. We're here in Stuttgart. This is the middle match on this Wednesday here at the Euros. Germany have been preparing at their headquarters in Herzogenaurach by playing the younger members of the squad against the veterans. Had a lot of fun, a lot of competitive matches on that basis. It is the oldest squad, statistically speaking, this competition, something that was remarked upon yesterday. Many Hungarian fans, Peter Golacsi, the goalkeeper, was saying that they're always very creative when it comes to finding tickets. Mittelstädt over there on the left again. Wirtz, Maximilian Mittelstädt. Not sure he expected to find the ball in that situation. Corner again, Rob.
Yeah, they're just holding on here, Derek. It's the pressure is building and building. The ball's out. They're trying to play a little bit, but with no real direction. I just think heading towards half-time, it's a big 6 minutes for them to stay in the game at 1-0.
Let's see what course this time has in store for the Hungarian defence. Toni Kroos, and behind it goes Bola. And Varga were the two players close to the ball.
These corners are so difficult to defend. You know it's going to have real quality. And everything's got to be done from a standing start. You've just got to jump and hope that you're going to get something on it. A little nudge that there is from Tar puts your body off, but this Hungarian defence is so difficult.
And Toni Kroos from the right for Germany. A Musiala goal is the difference. Havertz was making his way in. Here's Musiala. No foul there. Wirtz. There's too much elevation off the boot of Florian Wirtz.
I think Hungary saying that they're going to struggle for the remainder of the half. Keep giving the ball away like this. Just got to dig in, get narrow and go long for 3-4 minutes until half-time. They've got Varga on the pitch. Use him, hit him.
Don't forget, Lionel Messi and Argentina open up the 2024 Copa America, taking on Canada in Atlanta, Georgia, and that's tomorrow on FS1, 7 p.m. Eastern. 4 p.m. Pacific, of course. Tar with the touch on there for Germany. First half ebbing away here in Stuttgart. Again, Mittelstädt in that wide position. Wasn't quite the perfect ball, but it does fall for Jamal Musiala. And so much goes through Toni Kroos. Kimmich was there. Kroos trotting back. Musiala's goal midway through the half. 2 for him. Top scorer so far here at Euro 2024. Germany face Switzerland in the final game in the group. That'll be in Frankfurt on Sunday.
We're looking at that, as we're saying, to rest players and maybe change things up if they win today. That'll be interesting to see if they look at the other groups and say, OK, who do we want to play against in the second round? Who are we up against? What's the possibilities? What do we need from that last game?
Yeah, you can afford to do that once you've gathered 6 points. Germany well on course for a place in the round of 16. The Gundogan. It was just a bit of trepidation before the competition began, born of inconsistent results going back over a while now. And it was such an emphatic victory over Scotland. In the lead here against Hungary, who've tried to be dogged, have offered more in an attacking sense up to this point than Scotland did for the totality of that first game. Florian Wirtz, Jamal Musiala! Oh, he thought that was going in. And the fans thought that was in. The fans around us. Well, angles can be deceptive.
The fans went up, everyone went up. He's tight. He does really well just to get the shot away. The touch is just a little bit under his feet. He has to dig it out. But he's so sharp. Barely any backlift on it, any time whatsoever. He'll actually be beaten, but again, probing. Those passes, finding the right angles.
Course with the latest corner. And he would have capped off a terrific first-half performance by the precocious Jamal Musiala. Jules Breach and the team waiting for us back in the studio. Giorgio Chiellini there as well. Stu Holden, Harry Hingst, Musiala and Mittelstädt. Well, 2 added minutes. That's what we're going to have. How would you judge this first half performance from Germany, Rob?
Yeah, in patches, they've been brilliant. Coming over to the touchline.
Yeah, made his way towards Marco Rossi, the Hungary coach. All happened just as they were getting the stoppage time situation sorted out.
Looking at one of the backroom staff being placarded.
Somebody on the bench there. And all officials on the bench can receive yellow cards. Kimmich and company aghast here as Danny Makeli has given the free kick to Hungary.
Yeah, you're looking at Kimmich in a defensive sense. He's probably been the one liability, really. 2 or 3 occasions now they're giving away the free kick, because this is the key opportunities for Hungary, the key chances you got.
Sandro Wagner quite exercised there as well. Julian Nagelsmann will try to sift through it all. I'll tell you who in fact got shown the yellow card. Sometimes it's difficult to determine who. Soboslai in there, and Neuer, another save, and it goes offside though. The flag is up. Shalai netting. He sees that the flag is raised, so the decision on the pitch, no goal.
Well, he's the only player in the 6-yard box, so it's an easy decision to make. But from there, even the first header was offside. From that is a brilliant save by Neuer. Again, there's been enough warnings in this first half to say that this is a problem for Germany. Neuer's rescued them a few occasions now. This hasn't been plain sailing.
Oh, this has to be checked, and it was. As we said, decision on the pitch. No goal, that has been upheld. Rob Dieperink is the VAR on duty, also from the Netherlands, like Danny Makeli. Wirtz gliding through, as is his wont. Florian Wirtz and Havertz. Nothing doing for Germany.
Say as dominant as Germany has been, the keepers have actually made one save from Kai Havertz. He has made a few, and you said, well, actually.
There we have it. Half-time here in Stuttgart. Jamal Musiala making it 2 in as many matches for Germany here at the Euros and scoring in his city of birth. With that, let's send it back to Jules Breach in the studio.
The Euro 2024 halftime show on FS1 is presented by IBM. Derek, Rob, thank you very much. An entertaining first half, but Germany are ahead and they are on their way to being the first team to confirm their place in the knockouts. Coming up, Stu will dissect Jamal Musiala's goal. We'll also check in on Argentina's preparations for Copa America, and we'll revisit today's first Euros match, a 4-goal thriller.
Before you use AI to transform business, accelerate growth, predict trends, you need to begin with trust. Introducing Watson X Governance, helping you govern any AI as data, models, and policies change, so you can scale it responsibly.
Here we go.
Let's create AI that begins with trust with Watson X Governance. IBM, let's create.
With fast and fair claims handling and 24/7 roadside service in the app, you get more with Geico. Just like I can give more constructive feedback to the referee with this two-way radio. Ref, it's Jorge. That's a PK, over.
Ref, Roberto here. What's a negative on the PK?
Let's do a red card for 11.
What? And halftime now, please. Need a potty break.
That's a no-go on the halftime. Play on.
However you fan, get more with Geico.
Ref, how about a timeout for Nacho Tots?
This is Rickwood, the oldest ballpark in the country. Host to Hall of Famers. And home to the Negro Leagues.
Satchel P. John Gibson. Jackie Robinson.
And now, the Giants take on the Cardinals in a celebration over a century in the making. MLB at Rickwood Field, only on Fox.
Happy birthday, Marty. Oh, no, you don't. Let me get this.
Ah, thanks. You're too kind.
I've heard that.
Unlimited 2% cash back. The Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card.
Queen Diva.
You ready?
Oh, let's go. Let's go. Go.
Apartments.com has the most pet-friendly listings.
Pet-friendly listings.
I just taught him that.
A look at these scenes in Germany. Incredible atmospheres at all the watch parties in the country, with the host nation playing their second match at Euro 2024. The Germans with a 1-0 lead over Hungary, courtesy of Jamal Musiala. What Ari would do to be in those fan parks right now. She is in the studio along with me, Jules Breach, Giorgio Chiellini, and also Stu Holden. Remember, guys, Germany leading at the moment, but if they win, they would already secure a place in the knockout round. It is all going rather well.
Well, from the result, yes, but it's still a tight game. I can't say that I'm really relaxed, but hey, if there was one player to score in the first half, it had to be Jamal Musiala in front of these great spectators out there in Stuttgart. It's just a joy to watch him play. His technique, he sets up Gündogan. I know there were a little bit of discussion in our watching room if this should have stand, but the way he finishes it, it's just he's so composed. He wants this to go into the net. And
would it be a foul? Was it a foul?
I got the black, red, or yellow glasses
you got the
on,
German
so,
flag on. Yeah, no, I think that was the right call to keep that. Look, you mentioned the opportunities for Hungary. This one was Szoboszlai over the wall. And the reverse angle, you see just how hard that was hit. That was a great save from Neuer. And on the second one, Giorgio.
Look at the end of the first half. Wirtz, good pass from Musiala. Very quick touch and shoot. Wow, just a little bit wide.
We all thought that was in, didn't we?
Please look how quick he was and how close he was to the score again.
It was an amazing effort from him, wasn't it? Jamal Musiala showing once again why he was considered a potential breakout star in this tournament. And he was involved in the creative moment of the half sponsored by IBM, Stu.
Yeah, look, we talk so much about this young star and how good he is and his talent and capabilities. And we were actually in the process of building a tape of Hungary defending and doing a great job. And then this man is able to unlock a defense between he and Gündogan, and you'll see just the space that develops. Right now, the center backs get drawn apart. Gündogan goes into that space, takes advantage of it. Maybe a foul, maybe not, but stays with the play to keep it alive, Giorgio. And then it's just individual ability from Musiala following up the play once again.
Yes, we focused before the game how much is good Germany find this pocket and this pass, but Hungary is playing well defensively. They are covering this space. When something is open, they are able to close, and they close again another time. I think it was clear foul in the situation. Sorry, Ari.
I tell you what, we couldn't have complained if it was called back, no doubt about that. And for me, so far, there are two players of the match, Musiala up front, and then Neuer to keep them in the game. As you mentioned, Hungary is really good. And I got one big concern, and that's actually Joshua Kimmich on the right-hand side. He was sleeping in the first seconds. He gave up an easy foul that could have caused the goal for Hungary. So he really needs to get better into the second half.
Germany are in front, but there have been warning signs from Hungary. The second half on the way, and another major tournament gets underway tomorrow with Messi and Argentina chasing their second straight Copa America crown.
The show-stopping BMW i4 is electricity in its most powerful form. A perfect fusion of iconic handling and cutting-edge sophistication. An impressive range and the power of over 500 horses stampeding at a whisper. It's 100% electric and 100% BMW. BMW, the ultimate electric driving machine. Release the 2024 BMW i4 eDrive 35 for $449 per month.
To the people chasing the sunrise with you, outrunning your doubts, inspiring you to see what's possible, and pushing you when it's not easy. To the people seeing your highest potential and making sure every step is a celebration, every rep a chance to connect, no matter where we're starting from. Propel.
Michael, I just wanted to say I'm so proud of you. It's nice to see you enjoying yourself. I hope you see new things. I hope you feel new things. But most of all, I hope you understand that this time is yours. Love, Mom.
See the world like an insider with Chase Sapphire Reserve. Make more of what's yours.
You can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
Can they handle extremes?
Yep. Tested from the Texas desert to near the Arctic Circle.
Really?
Really.
Anything for the guy who finds that one pothole?
Yeah, road hazard coverage has your back.
For real?
Absolutely.
Were they made by like a bajillion engineers?
Well, closer to 100. Continental. Welcome to the smart choice in tires.
When Just for Men eliminates gray, you get a great before and after. And then the after, that boost you get when you look and feel your best. And try one-day beard and brow color, the fastest, easiest way to cover grays and define lines. Scan QR code for a free sample.
What's up at DQ? These two are debating which $7 meal deal, with fries, drink, and a sundae, is the best full-size meal deal of all.
Cheeseburger. Chicken strips.
There's something for everyone in the $7 meal deal at DQ. Happy tastes good.
The Euro 2024 halftime show on FS1 is presented by IBM.
Spain and Italy have faced each other in the knockout stage in each of the last 4 Euros. Tomorrow, the two nations will renew their rivalry with a Group B showdown in Gelsenkirchen. World champions Argentina also in action on Thursday. They face Canada in Atlanta in the opening match of Copa America. For the latest on Messi and company, here's Anna Jurka.
Hi, Jules. It is all excitement and anticipation as we enter the final countdown to the Copa America kickoff. I'm here outside the hotel where the Argentinian team is staying, and fans gather outside, hoping to get at least a glimpse of Messi and the team. Remember, the last edition was during COVID. I asked Sergio El Kun Agüero, who was Messi's roommate back then, what was the hardest part of that tournament? And he told me, definitely not having the fans and our families there. So now, as both Copa America and World Cup champions and the stadium's back in full, it's going to be electric.
It sure is. We can't wait. Thank you, Anna. Argentina's game, part of a jam-packed Thursday on Fox Sports. We're going to be bringing you the 3 Euros matches, beginning with Slovenia against Serbia, Then Denmark take on England, and Spain and Italy face off in that highly anticipated showdown too. The final Euros match today takes place in Cologne. Scotland looking to bounce back from a disastrous defeat to Germany. They face Switzerland in a clash coming your way live on Fox. One match already in the books on day 6, and it was an absolute thriller. Albania's Klaus Jasula, who had scored an own goal earlier in the game, managed to get a late equaliser in stoppage time in a 2-2 draw with Croatia. Germany with a 1-0 lead over Hungary at half-time. They're halfway towards getting a ticket to the next round. The second half is on the way next.
You ever feel like the only place you can find cars is in car commercials? Oh, this isn't a car commercial. This is an Auto Trader commercial. And this is one of the millions of new and used cars that you can find on Auto Trader. You can find cars like the ones on your favorite show. Oh, no. Or the car in this show. Get out the water. I bet I can even find the cars in my feed. Sure can. You can even find the car in that movie on Auto Trader. Hey, find your own car.
This is it. One play. This is when we find out.
Hey, quick question. Student body math proficiency. What do we say? It's good, fair, satisfactory? What? Like a percentage, if you had to guess.
Get out of here, man.
Understood. Hey, grab it.
Great student-teacher ratio.
Marcy! We gotta go! Marcy! We have nothing to do!
We bring you the real in-depth school info.
What were you thinking?
I don't know.
Ding dong.
Homes.com.
Sunday, it's a summer of stars as the U.S. hosts the world's best players for Copa America. The U.S. men's team looks to make an historic run. This is the championship of the Americas. USA versus Bolivia, Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern on Fox.
Everyday moments deserve rewards too. So reward the everyday with good and tasty treats.
It's so easy to get your windshield replaced using SafeLight. Why don't you just get it fixed? All right, so what do we do now? I've scheduled an appointment at safelight.com. Tell them to meet us here at the beach.
Ow. Schedule free mobile service at safelight.com.
SafeLight repair, SafeLight replace.
Jamal Musiala was one of 5 German goal scorers in their opening win over Scotland, and the 21-year-old Bayern Munich star has found the back of the net again today against Hungary. It's time for the second half now. A big 45 minutes on the way. Back to you, Rob Green and Derek Ray.
Yes, thank you very much, Jules. And Manuel Neuer making his way out. The Hungarian players are already back on the pitch, knowing that it's a really important second half for them. Germany in control. A goal by Jamal Musiala. And opportunities to build on that advantage. One shot from Musiala just before the interval. Looked as though it actually was in and fooled quite a few of the fans around us. Hungary, though, it must be said, Rob, better opponents, more difficult opponents for Germany than Scotland were.
Absolutely, and you're looking at the chances that they've had and the saves that the goalkeepers have made, and Neuer's been the busier keeper. Germany have had the pressure, they've had the ball. You wonder in this second half whether that'll take its toll on Hungary, whether the concentration, the physical output that they've had to put in to stay in the game is going to be too much for them. But I feel that Hungary, yes, they suffered in that first half off the ball. They'll be in there saying, look, we're in this, we've had the chances. We're more than capable of causing them problems. Let's go out, let's be aggressive, let's create the same chances again, and we might come up with something.
If we're analysing it from top to bottom, we would probably say, as far as passing is concerned, possession, gegenpressing, counter-pressing. Germany have been the more compelling side, but the door is ajar for Hungary. And don't forget, unbeaten in the last 3 meetings with Germany, now coached by Julian Nagelsmann as he makes his way back into the technical area. So it will be Hungary to get the proceedings going again in the second half. Playing towards their fans in the Untertürkheimer Kurve. Hungary almost got off to a roaring start. Manuel Neuer was put to work in the first few seconds of the game, but a goal by Jamal Musiala. Who else, we are tempted to ask. The difference between the sides, and he's at it again. Musiala again. Schaefer making his way back there as the extra defensive player, dovetailing with Nagy. And no negative impact as far as Hungary were concerned. Havertz beginning the game in the centre of the attack once more. Niklas Füllkrug, of course, waiting in the wings. Here's Maximilian Mittelstädt. Florian Wirtz. Gundogan. At Joshua Kimmich. And now Antonio Rüdiger, and he fancied his chances and stabbed behind in the end. Willi Orban for Hungary.
Yeah, an awkward shot, an awkward strike from Tony Rüdiger. He likes to do these ones. Wobbling strike. But much as we were from the first half, from much of it, Germany in the ascendancy. Hungary camped in their own half, and it's how they break, how they get out, how they cause problems. That's going to be key for Hungary.
Pause, and Golaci trying to get his gloves to it. Very highly respected figure in the German football world. As many years with Leipzig.
A tug there from Kai Havertz, but Hungary have defended those corners well. They'll have taken heart in how they defended. Yes, Germany had the odd occasion, the odd chance. It's not really worked for Kai Havertz, other than those runs in behind Dardy in the left centre-back position early doors in the game. They'll turn around and say, well, if we get Szoboszlai on this right-hand side, on the ball, Gergies and Szalai on the left-hand side, if we get them on the ball, commit ourselves when we go forward, we're going to give ourselves a chance.
Germany unbeaten in the previous 22 Euros matches, which they've been ahead at half-time. They've won 21 of those 22. There's one draw in amongst them. Kai Havertz, who I think it's fair to say answered a few of his critics this past season in England with Arsenal. And they tried to open things up using Szoboszlai, Hungary. Schaefer, Kerkez was one of the players in there, and Nudge managing to reach it, and that's much better from a Hungarian point of view, and they're all trying to pump up the volume. Szoboszlai with the gesture there towards the Hungarian fans behind that goal. And Dominik Szoboszlai will take it. Varga right up on the goal line, looking to cause havoc. Szoboszlai wanted that flick and got it, but no end product for the Hungarians.
Hungary can't quite believe that they haven't got the throw-in, but it's good from Hungary. I think they're much better going back to front than side to side. Go into Varga and play from there. You've got your creative players. They're the better players on the pitch. Get them higher up the pitch. Cause Germany problems. Germany themselves in this half will look at it and say, look, the more we get Musiala on the ball, he's on fire at the moment. Just get him on the ball in the right areas. Sometimes you have tactics. Sometimes you just say, get your best players on the ball in the right areas.
Szoboszlai how to find that pocket of space. Kerkez now for Hungary. Spin and the turn. Szoboszlai doing the distributing. Schaefer missed their first part of the season with Union in the Bundesliga after a broken leg, and took a long time to come back, but Useful man for club and country.
Good positioning, good awareness of Mandrich. And then experience. Get his body in the way, arms around him. As soon as you feel them, you go down and you feel you're going to win a free kick, and it's well played by him. That's what he's in the team for. That's his job.
Rüdiger. Kimmich actually hails from about 90 minutes away from Rottweil. And that is indeed a place where the famous dog, the Rottweiler, originally came from. I think there is a bit of a Rottweiler about Joshua Kimmich, it must be said.
You beat me to it. I'm not a brave enough man to say it.
Meant as a compliment. Rüdiger, that lofted ball. Havertz. And well, the decision goes Hungary's way. Decision applauded by Márton Dárdai, who's the son of Pál Dárdai, former coach of Hungary, legend among Hertha fans. No longer the coach there, but the record appearances man in the Bundesliga.
Just wondering how long into this second half until Nagelsmann turns to the bench with Fulkrug scoring his goal against Scotland, and feeling like this is kind of his sort of game, to be the wall, for the players to come bouncing off and to play into spaces and off him. Feels like it's his sort of game rather than Kai Havertz's.
Well, we'll see at what point Julian Nagelsmann elects to change things around. Toni Kroos drives Julian Nagelsmann crazy that Kroos has had this nickname of Quer Pass Tony for a while, Square Pass Tony, which Julian Nagelsmann thinks does not fit Kroos at all. If you look at the statistics in La Liga, he's a very progressive passer, has been for a long time. Rüdiger in there, idea was to place it on the head of Havertz. Schäfer trying to judge the spin of the ball, did rather well there, András Schäfer. Now Varga. And this is much more effective. Szoboszlai gets on the ball. Easy on the eye move from Hungary, but Schäfer runs into Jonathan Tah.
It's a real shame that just not enough pace on the ball from Szoboszlai into Schäfer. Did brilliantly before.
Havertz having drifted right. Kimmich now in the centre for Germany. Robert Andrich taking over. Rüdiger, square ball this time to Tah. Kroos. Mittelstädt off to his left. Tah gives it to Maximilian Mittelstädt. Musiala. Gundogan. Fields with the pass for Havertz. Billy Orban, who could have chosen to play for Germany, born in Kaiserslautern, not all that far from here. Qualifies for Hungary through his father.
Can qualify, might not get selected.
Yeah,
which I think is more pertinent.
Yeah.
You just see Musiala drifting now, and I think this is better. Kroos on the ball. Better when they bypass Kroos at times into those spaces there where Wirtz is. Get it into that space outside the midfield again. We talked about it in the first half. Just one less pass makes the Hungary midfield move that bit quicker. That's when the space is.
Trying to find space as we speak. Germany, Kimmich, Gundogan. And they open up the Hungarian defence. Gundogan, Gulacsi. That was strong, and the shot took a deflection from Toni Kroos. Ultimately fielded by Gulacsi.
Yeah, it's really good from Gulacsi. This first save is good because it gets the distance on it. He knows he's going to parry it into a dangerous area, but he gets that distance on it. And
Musiala, Gundogan. And they line something up here. Havertz. Well, the free kick decision will go against Kai Havertz.
It's just not happening for Kai Havertz since the opening few minutes. I think he was offside anyway. Again, touch not there, and it's such a difficult position when you're slightly off it. And this is the save from Gulacsi. Gets enough on it to buy him the time to get up, to make this save. Gives him the opportunity. Takes the pace off it for him. Schaefer under pressure, brilliant skill.
Yeah, can't really argue with what Schaefer did. And Shalai, probably the brightest Hungarian player earlier on in the game, has fizzled out a bit. And well, that one goes awry off the boot of Schaefer. 10 minutes into the second half. Jamal Musiala with the goal for Germany, his second in as many matches here at the Euro. And changes afoot. Niklas Füllkrug will be coming on for Germany. That should indicate that it's the end of the shift, Rob, for Havertz.
We asked the question how long. It's 11 minutes into the second half that the decision's been made.
Here is Havertz. Orban pursuing him. Germany looking for the second goal that put them well on the way to securing victory in this, the second match of the competition. Soboslai with the touch there for Hungary. Into that return feed, stretching his legs. Tar coming right across and cheered with gusto by the Germany fans here in Stuttgart.
Feeling he enjoyed that. Tar stretched the legs out and get across for a sliding tackle. Centre half's favourite.
There's going to be Niklas Füllkrug coming on. And Levi Sané also coming on for Germany. Florian Wirtz will be a spectator the rest of the way. Warm applause. Havertz just checking the numbers, surely suspecting, yeah, that his number is up, and it is. He's going off as well. To be replaced by Füllkrug effectively. Sané, Levi Sané, who began the season like a house on fire, really tailed off with Bayern in the second part of the campaign. And the name Sané shouted out by the Germany fans. Get Rob's thoughts on Havertz in a second. As Force tries to nod it away, Soboslai and Shalai doing the appealing, but the appeal falls on deaf ears.
There's no great surprise in the change for Germany. A like-for-like swap. Füllkrug for Havertz. One that happened in the first game, and it's not really come about for Kai Havertz today. It's a little bit forlorn at times, but I don't think it'll dampen the argument within Germany, that performance by him. 58 minutes. It's kind of a little bit early if there's going to be anything for a substitution. The other one, Musiala's now on this left-hand side. He chopped and changed in the first half. Sané much more of a fixture out on the right. That's where he prefers it. I think actually Musiala prefers it out on this left-hand side. So maybe more at home.
Here is Musiala. That's on Nick on the way through to Gulacsi. Niklas Füllkrug, by the way, has 3 goals at major tournaments, including the one against Scotland, have all come as a substitute. Shalai, furious running style of his. That's a good ball, and the header just over the top by Varga for Hungary. Nicely constructed. They know you've got to be opportunistic when you play the host nation.
They can't believe it. He can't believe it. It's what he's been waiting for. It's a glorious opportunity. It's brilliant from Shalai. That's what they got to do. That's how they do it. Drive down that left-hand side, get a brilliant ball in. And he's waiting. He's in space. He's got the opportunity. He scored against Switzerland in a similar vein. Yeah, just underneath it. Didn't get the header on target. Really disappointing from him.
So still just the one goal of record. That goal for Germany, scored by Musiala. And this one through to Gulacsi again gives us a chance to remind you about the USA and the Copa America, their campaign, starting on Sunday against Bolivia, Arlington, Texas. And Fox is your channel for that USA-Bolivia game. Coverage from 5 p.m. Eastern Time. USA versus Bolivia. Don't miss it.
Wonderful play from Scholloy at the touch initially, and the willingness to drive forwards from there. Just feeling that Tar might have done enough to put him off, but no. He's got to score. Those sort of opportunities Hungary get, that's as good as you're going to get in the game. You need to take that.
Marco Rossi was willing it in.
The reaction from the bench sells everything.
Musiala. Trying to cut in and then cut out. A big roar from the fans here. Suspicion of handball. Danny Makeli unmoved. And Leroy Sané. Tar. Musiala. Trying to maneuver his way into position, Musiala.
He knew what he was trying to do. I think everyone else knew what they were trying to do. This is the peel. You can peel all you want. If it doesn't hit someone on the arm, it's not going to be handball.
Well,
you're wrong. You're wrong.
Hungary know they really need to go into that final game for them in the group against Scotland. There's something on the board. 65% of the possession with Germany. Look at the attempts. Just about even, and certainly is even as far as attempts on target are concerned.
There's still the threat there. Hungary, 17 minutes into the second half, will say, well, hold on a minute. We're still the ones creating the chances.
Sixteen of the 24 participating countries will make it through to the knockout stages. If you get 4 points, usually that is good enough as a third-place team. If you get 3, then you're dicing with danger.
You're in the lottery, aren't you?
Yeah. Now Kerkez. And it took a little bit of a touch, Mittelstedt. Right beside the byline, and it will be Soboslai to take this.
Good again from Hungary. He's hopeful from Kerkez, but getting forward, get the bodies up there, creating a bit of pressure. This is the threat from them. This is the opportunity. The centre halves are up. Varga's up.
Laszlo Kleinheischler is coming on. That's it for Nagy. Kleinheischler, I might remember, made a big impact for Hungary at Euro 2016 when didn't have a high profile at the time. Soboslai again getting the Hungarian fans to increase the decibel level. Soboslai curling that one away. Kerkez scampering in an attempt to keep it in play, but failed in his quest. Milos Kerkez.
And substitution for Hungary is a like-for-like swap. I'm talking about dogs and Rottweilers than Kleinheischler. More of a terrier, I think.
There you go. I think it's an apt description, Rob. Now, that's an interesting idea. Very much in the repertoire of Toni Kroos. Sané had made that dash forward. So a variation on the usual theme.
And a collector's item, an overhit pass from Toni Kroos.
Well, you heard Jules on the team talking about it in the studio on that first game. 102 passes, 101 of which hit the target. Julian Nagelsmann versus Marco Rossi on the coaching front. This Group A encounter here in Stuttgart in the southwest. City heavily associated with the car industry. Germany not quite switching on the afterburners. But you don't have to do it in style in every single game. In fact, sometimes it's about reaching a peak at the right time. Maybe you don't want to be playing all your spectacular football in the first couple of matches.
Tell you that. Having a word with Fiola. He's the centre half, and he's been charged with coming out of that back line and being aggressive in the press. And I don't think he fancies tracking back in.
Sané overcooked that one. Musiala, Mittelstädt. Kroos. Mittelstädt. It's Viola who got his head to it. Rüdiger. Kroos. Musiala. Mittelstädt. And Gundogan! Wunderschön! Germany have their cushion. And they've taken a massive step towards the knockout stages. Difficult to visualise a route back for Hungary now.
I'll start booking for the second round. Get your tickets, because the host nation will be there. Brilliant football, working the spaces. Musiala with a setup. The ball in is fantastic, perfectly weighted. Gundogan loses his man. And it's a clever finish, using the pace of the ball. He doesn't have to smash it, just needs a good contact. He knows where the space is. He knows the contact's good. He knows that they've taken a huge step towards the second round. They can start planning.
It looks that way, doesn't it? Schaefer for Hungary. And they need to respond, and swiftly. First goal in 9 internationals for Ilkay Gundogan. Last time prior to that moment was a goal-scoring moment for him, was against the USA in October in East Hartford, Connecticut. Szoboszlai. Things look really bleak for Hungary here, as they lost by a couple of goals in their first match. Yeah, they had the last game against Scotland, but as we said, 3 points and a poor goal difference usually doesn't get you very far, even if you do finish third in your group.
Yeah, and you're looking at the performance against Switzerland was probably the problem today. Not so much. Coming up against the host nation, we've hit top form.
Now, can Germany push on further? Kroos. Sané. Kimmich, and across the face of goal. Boah.
Just needed a touch. Running all over him now. He's hit it so hard. Just needed the faintest of touches from Füllkrug.
The cry from the Germany fans is, "Oh, wie ist das schön." How beautiful it is. And it was a sweet moment from Ilkay Gundogan.
Fantastic ball in. Ilkay Gundogan knew Kleinheitschler, number 15, and switch off. That's his man. That's who's marking him. Just that little press away, that little push away, gave him the space for the finish.
Joy for Germany. And now the chant you're hearing, maybe it's a bit early for this. The chant you're hearing is Berlin, Berlin, wir fahren nach Berlin. Berlin, Berlin, we're going to Berlin. Venue for the final on the 14th of July, as I said. A lot of football to be played until we get to that point. Germany are going to be making a couple of additional changes. Come to them in just a second. Musiala. Free kick it's going to be. Had to be, really.
It's been a real body blow, that, for Hungary, and you're looking at the chance for Varga before. Some really glorious chance to bring it level, and it looks like that's going to hurt them in the game. They've done well to stay in the game.
And Andrich will bow out at this point to be replaced by Emre Can. Can, who scored as a substitute against Scotland. As he got the call from his holiday in Spain. Wasn't part of the original squad. Came in as a late replacement for Alexander Pavlovic, the young Bayern player. Talking of young Bayern players, Jamal Musiala goes off, and this is a nice touch. Chris Führig comes on. The reason why that cheer is extra loud is because Chris Führig is a Stuttgart player.
Germany's side full of superstars internationally. Some real form players for each one of them.
Germany trying to tee up the third goal, already in a very comfortable position against a team that has caused problems for die Deutsche Nationalmannschaft.
See Emre Can in the centre of your screen there, near the centre circle.
That was lovely play by Varga. Then Bola. No way through for him. Can getting on the ball there.
Fulrich, like-for-like swap with Musiala. Light on his feet. Skips past players. Maybe a bit more direct than Musiala. It'd be interested to see what impact he can have in these last 20 minutes.
Führig. There's another player who wasn't really on the radar for Germany a few months ago, but played his way in. Of course, it helps when playing for a club like Stuttgart that made terrific progress under Sebastian Hoeneß. Ended up second behind Leverkusen in the Bundesliga. Soboslai. Of course, there to take charge of the situation. Can of Borussia Dortmund. Leroy Sané. Joshua Kimmich. Antonio Rüdiger. Course. Hungary trying to defend as a block. Shalai there on the left-hand side, and pushed away by Gulacsi. Kimmich finding himself in that advanced position. How can they hit on the counter-attack here, Hungary? He's done a lot of running without the ball. Varga. The Hungarians are about to make two changes.
Yeah, it's the tired bodies, tired defending now from Hungary. That looking at Sané stepping inside, and finding the space and getting the shot away with barely a challenge. This is the moment we feared for Hungary. The body blow of the second goal. Tired legs, weary minds. Need to dig in.
Sané. Rüdiger. With Kroos. Midfield maestro trying to make it work again. That was excellent play. And Sané and Gulacsi has got the important touch on the ball.
Yeah, it's a good save He's on the move. He wasn't expecting the strike. Through two sets of legs. From there, looking at whether it's through one or two, but there's enough there for him not to be able to see. Saved before. He's being worked now, Gulacsi.
There are the two players waiting in the wings. Short nudge will come on. Kerkez departs. Martin Adam also on. Bola departs. Adam, who's absolute mountain of a specimen. Just having to attend to his footwear. Toni Kroos is ready now. Kroos for Germany, Gulacsi. That fist raised. Gundogan, scorer of the second goal. After Musiala had made it 1-0 for Germany. That has been given as a free kick against the substitute Adam, only just on the pitch, and this is just about dead centre.
He's got there as quick as he could. Wasn't quick enough, but instead stepping away from him, feeling as though the race is run. And the party started for Germany. Adam was more of a centre forward. Moller was the right wing back. I'm not sure where he's going to play, but provisionally, it's defending right now for Hungary.
Gulacsi trying to make sure all the angles have been accounted for.
He's got the right foot of Kroos. Sane on his left foot. Thinking it's the distance for Sane rather than Kroos, but you're not going to take the ball off Kroos, are you?
It's going to be Leroy Sané. That's one best forgotten about.
And there might be a conversation after the game about that one.
Quick reminder, triple header tomorrow on our Fox networks. Second games of group play, Slovenia, Serbia in Munich. Denmark, England in Frankfurt, FS1. Followed by Spain against Italy, being played in Gelsenkirchen. That's on Fox. And coverage starts at 8 AM Eastern, 5 AM Pacific. Forward by Viola for Hungary. Kleinheisler was the guilty party, going in on Jan. Switzerland to come for Germany in the last group game. That's in Frankfurt on Sunday. It will be fascinating to see to what extent Julian Nagelsmann changes the team if this holds up, if they win here, Rob.
Yeah, and you're looking at the games and you're looking at the group stage and the importance of that last game, the importance of momentum.
Fury, Gundogan trying to close ranks there, Hungary. Orban is their defensive chief. Now Leroy Sané. Jan. Kimmich. Again with Emre Can. Antonio Rüdiger. See how high up Germany are. Fury. Sané and Kimmich. Two Bayern players together. Bayern, Germany's record champions, but dethroned by Leverkusen. Kimmich. Gundogan. That's Füllkrug trying to work the 1-2, wanted to get it back. Fury grinds to a halt here for Germany, however.
Grateful for the respite. Hungary, it's death by 1,000 passes here. It's a horrible feeling in international football. You're up against superior opposition and you just can't get close to the ball.
Jogi Löw in attendance, former Bundestrainer. Marco Rossi, Italian-born, much loved by the Hungarian fans. He's the man who's brought them back to international tournaments after so many years in the wilderness.
If there's a man who's seen it and done it in club and international football, it's him.
Germany, by the way, just the second team in history to score 7 goals in their first 2 matches of a Euros campaign, along with the Netherlands, who did it back at Euro 2008. Viola with the pass, but it's a misplaced one. And we're inside the final 10 minutes. And Emre Can building ahead of steam. This is very much Fury territory. Loves to attack from this sort of angle. Fury. Well, not one that will be part of his personal scrapbook, unfortunately.
Well, we saw the headlines, didn't he? To go back to Nagelsmann's decision about the final game in the group stages. Looking at players like Fury, and it's been a while now since the season ended, and to keep them on top of their game, because you don't know if they're going to need them. You don't know who you're going to need to turn around in a game and say who's in form, who can I rely on. So that's another angle for Nagelsmann to keep the group happy. It's a big squad with 26 players. You can keep everyone involved.
Hungary aren't going to be eliminated right now on the back of a defeat if it does end up being a defeat, but they've made it awfully tricky for themselves. Remember Scotland and Switzerland in action later up in Köln by the banks of the Rhine. Switzerland who defeated Hungary in the first game. And another Stuttgart favourite about to come on by the look of things, and that would be Deniz Undav. Hungary still plugging away in the hope that they might be able to snatch something and set up a furious finish. And they wanted the corner there, and it has been given as it was fired back by the substitute.
I get the feeling they're going to need something now, just in terms of momentum, in terms of second wind, in terms of just asking the question. Bit of quality on the ball. A moment of magic from Szoboszlai here.
Szoboszlai, and almost had an invitation attached. That one with the burly Adam waiting.
Really important from Can. Manuel Neuer had gone to the near post, misjudged it. There've been so many corners in at that near post. Just a little bit of a preemptive guess there, Neuer. Nearly got caught.
Szoboszlai. And to bend that one in. Rüdiger with the header away for Germany, and Levi Zani, recipient of the free kick. And now we're going to have Deniz Undav coming on for Germany, and Gundogan hands off the armband, gives it to Joshua Kimmich. And I tell you what, İlkay Gundogan, first 2 performances by him here at the Euros, every reason to be thrilled. And this, a man whose place on the side was in a bit of doubt coming in.
Sealed it for Germany today. Got the assist for the first goal. Star performer. Just his knowledge about where to go, when to calm it down has been priceless today. Doesn't grab the headlines always. Today he does.
Well, thanked for his efforts by everyone there on the bench, but intriguing to see Deniz Undav, very much a late developer, playing for Stuttgart on loan from Brighton and Hove Albion. There's a bit of a tug of war in terms of who's going to have his services next season. And he's being serenaded right now by the local fans. We are, after all, here in Stuttgart.
Yeah, fans' favourite. And Makeli, the referee's drifting behind Fulkrug.
And here's Mittelstedt on the run. He was fed by Führig. Soboslai. Taken away from him by Undab. Had a decision to make, Undab, because he also qualified for Turkey. Never been called up by Turkey, but Julian Nagelsmann, going by the performance principle, saw him in action with Stuttgart, decided there is somebody who really on form, on performances, should be part of the national team scene.
Yeah, and someone who provides something a little bit different. There's no point bringing in another Fulkrug into the side, so someone who can play off him. He's a natural striker, a natural finisher. Bring something different to the squad. It's always an element when you're picking a 26-player squad.
Let's tell you again about the Copa America. Lionel Messi and Argentina opening things up versus Canada in Atlanta, Georgia. Tomorrow, FS1, 7 p.m. Eastern. Führig. And that was magnificent play by the Stuttgart man. Joshua Kimmich releasing it. Sané. Well, he had to move at high speed. Kimmich back in there. And Füllkrug was slightly off balance. He had to reach for it a bit. Niklas Füllkrug for Germany.
Yeah, had all the time here, Kimmich, to pull the trigger. He decided not to. Wasn't a great pass, and then the cross in. It's behind Füllkrug. Stretching away from goal.
Now, two changes here for Hungary, and Varga will go off.
It's not grateful for us to be replaying this, but that was the chance of the game to bring him back into it.
Shalai making his way off as well. So on is Daniel Gosdog. He's for the Philadelphia Union in MLS. And the other man to have made his way on is Kevin Chobot. 9th international appearance for him, but it's slithering away from Hungary. 3 minutes to go. And they're really going to have to enjoy a bit of good fortune if they are to be in the round of 16. By that I mean winning their last game and hoping that results elsewhere go their way, Rob.
You're looking at a really difficult situation for them. Today, they weren't expecting to get anything from this. I don't think in their heart of hearts that it's going to be a really tough ask to come here. As much as they backed themselves, that performance against Switzerland, that's what let them down. They're going to have to really go for something special against Scotland with goals, with the victory.
Now, stretching his legs, Leroy Sané. And took a deflection on the way through. Have to be content with a corner.
Really getting stretched now, Hungary. Lost the shape with the substitutions. They're holding on.
There was the touch off Orban. Of course, at the ready once more. Got it back straight away. Sané. Soboslai for the Hungarians. They know they have to do everything at pace at this juncture. Chobot, as the player went down. Referee finally gives the free kick and a yellow card as well there. As the challenge came in, this is what occurred. Mittelstedt looking for him.
Yeah, needless really. He's already been booked in the tournament since 2-4 the group stages already.
Chipped in by Soboslai. And Neuer, oh, he couldn't grab hold of that. It's off the line by Kimmich. Had to get there. And, well, Neuer has had a good outing, but well, that didn't follow the earlier pattern. And Soboslai has given it straight to Sané. Now, options around him, trying to push it through. And Emre Can on one side, Niklas Füllkrug on the other. And back to that incident at the other end in a second, as Mittelstädt nods it back to the aforementioned Manuel Neuer.
Yeah, should have punched it under pressure. Brilliant from Kimmich to get back on the line. It's just hopeful from Szoboszlai. Throw it in there. It's difficult when you've got such a presence of Adam against you. 2 fists on it, would have been away, but Kimmich to cover.
Three minutes to be added on at the end of this game. Germany just about home and dry. Well, not quite the cakewalk that they produced against Scotland. They've had to work harder. They've been made to work harder by Hungary, but still, Germany's quality has been a telling factor. Kimmich attempting to get the better of the Hungarian defence that time for the umpteenth time. Orban in the way for Hungary. It's going to be night of partying here in the southwest on the back of this from a German point of view. Hungary right now are staring elimination in the face. It's not going to be officially elimination anytime soon, but they've left themselves with an uphill climb.
There's appeals of handball, but Jan's body right next to the arms is bang in line with it. No question of that really standing.
In terms of the actual table in Group A, Germany 6 points. That gets them through. Switzerland play later against Scotland up in Köln. And Hungary need a win against Scotland in their last game. That'll be here, by the way. They need favours as well from elsewhere. Again, cries of Berlin, Berlin, wir fahren nach Berlin. Well, actually, they're travelling to Frankfurt next to play Switzerland. Likely a much-changed Germany team.
He's got some thinking to do, Julian Nagelsmann, but he'll be happy. Mission accomplished, job well done from the first 2 games.
Pause for once with a pass that left a bit to be desired and put Mittelstädt under pressure. The yellow card is handed out there. Protestations from Chobot. Decision taken.
Looking at the group, Germany were going into it.
Another booking there, Rob, sorry to interrupt, another booking there. Handed out by Danny Makeli as he made his way towards Marco Rossi.
As many on the Hungarian bench been booked as there has on the pitch.
There it is, Germany through to the round of 16. That is official. Musiala with the opening goal, his second of the Euros, and İlkay Gündoğan, the captain, for good measure in the second half. Germany 2, Hungary 0. Well, the gulf in quality was marked. Hungary more doughty opponents for Manuel Neuer and company than were Scotland. But a well-merited triumph, and it, Rob Green, allows Julian Nagelsmann to have a think about using other squad members now against Switzerland.
Yeah, a real luxury for that last game, and one way you're saying the momentum is as important as anything, but resting key players. İlkay Gündoğan, that man, thinking of more experienced and senior players in the group who might need a rest if they're going to go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games into the tournament. That's going to be the key thing. That's going to be the thinking now.
And the music we're hearing in the background is Major Tom by Peter Schilling. Originally a hit back in the 1980s, but the Germany fans have adopted it as their song again. It's made a bit of a comeback in the last few months. When Germany play matches outside of tournaments, it's the official goal hymn. And it's good to hear it over the PA system here in Stuttgart.
You're looking at feel-good around the stadium, feel-good around the country. And to keep that going. Got goals in this team. They've got quality in this team. Real stardust in Musiala. Again today, moments of magic in there. Another goal for him. And looking at momentum in the tournament. Looking at sending out a message to everyone else in Europe, saying we are here and you've got to get past us. Yes, they're going to face greater challenges, but there's no doubt about the quality of this Germany team now.
And the lucky pink shirt today for Germany, as I mentioned earlier, the best-selling reserve kit for the national team ever. And it's going to be synonymous with this game, this win over Hungary, who didn't quite have enough about them.
No, but they played well, and they had the opportunities. You feel that you're looking at a chance from Varga, the header. That's their game plan. So we're only going to get so many of those in the game. They've worked Manuel Neuer within the game. They've created chances. They're going to have to do something special in the last game and hope for a little bit of luck themselves. It's an improved performance from them. It wasn't enough. Germany had more than enough to win this.
Now the chorus of Major Tom, and it's not the last time you'll be hearing that song here at Euro 2024. Rob, thanks as ever for your company.
Thank you, Derek.
We'll do it again tomorrow in Munich, Slovenia against Serbia. That's it from the pair of us. A win for Germany. They've made it through. If you want to watch Scotland against Switzerland, switch over now to Fox.
With fast and fair claims handling and 24/7 roadside service in the app, you get more with Geico. Just like I can give more constructive feedback to the referee with this two-way radio.
Ref, it's Jorge. That's a PK, over.
Ref, Roberto here. What's the negative on the PK?
Let's do a red card for 11.
What? At halftime now, please. Need a potty break.
That's a no-go on halftime.
Play on.
However you fan, get more with Geico.
Ref, how about a timeout for Nacho Tots?
The Bike Riders.
You ready?
Benny!
The Bike Riders. Rated R. Only in theaters this Friday.
Introducing Valvoline Restore and Protect, a first-of-its-kind innovation that returns pistons to factory clean by removing up to 100% of deposits. Restore your engine to perform like new. All new Restore and Protect. Another first from Valvoline.
This is Rickwood, the oldest ballpark in the country, host to Hall of Famers and home to the Negro Leagues. And now, the Giants take on the Cardinals in a celebration over a century in the making. MLB at Rickwood Field, only on Fox.
Wait, is that my boyfriend from college?
Got water. Open the bar.
Ain't that an itch?
Aphrodite.
Native's moisturizing lotion restores dry skin with plant-based moisturizers and niacinamide. A clean lotion that restores dry skin isn't a myth. Shop Native today.
Chase Freedom Unlimited rewards every you moment with cashback. Beauty is about breaking barriers. Cashback on every look and moment rewards me for being me. With Chase Freedom Unlimited, every expression is rewarded. How do you cash back?
Uneventful trips to the store, not as dependable as interstate batteries.
Official, first things first is a hit.
The reviews are in.
First things first is a mix of analysis, tremendous chemistry, and total ridiculousness.
Nick, Brew, and Wilds are the MVPs of sports talk.
I'm Mahomes, you're Kelsey, and you're Andy Reid. I don't want to be Mahomes, or at least Kelsey. Yeah, I think I'm more Mahomes.
First things first, weekdays at 3 Eastern on FS1.
It is time for the question. Count the number of noodles, both white and black. How many total noodles are there?
Are you one of 50% of Americans who can answer this question correctly?
Let's look at the answer. 7.
Fox Mondays. It's not about what you know.
What happened?
I got the wrong answer.
It's about how you think.
I panicked.
Do not feel ashamed. You're as stupid as I am.
Patton Oswalt hosts.
Are you in the top 1%?
The 1% Club. All new Mondays on Fox and watch anytime on Prime.
Top food entrepreneurs are fighting for a $250,000 prize.
It's an all-new season of Food Stars.
Buckle up, big boy.
With Team Ramsay.
They need to be on their game.
Versus Team Vanderpump.
We want to see you can take your business to the next level.
You're desperate to win, aren't you?
Wipe that smile off his face.
Food Stars, all new Wednesdays on Fox.